Hey y'all, Rogue here. So I've got a story for you guys today that is not just an OP making their post, but we have the replies from two of the people that OP attacks. Now, where it gets even funnier, we are talking about the author industry because we have an author that decided to take the fiction from her books and bring it into real life and try and make her fiction be reality. Let's see how that works. So, this might be more than one video just because there is a lot. And oh, the receipts. And yes, names will be named seeing as they all posted with their names online for all to see. So, let's get into it. This all started initially based off of a post that was made by the author K. Rose. She put this up and stated, and she posted this, TikTok, Facebook, you name it, she's got it out there. She said, I have been removed from attending SaSS in St. Louis by the event organizer, Amy Marie. She requested a form be filled out by all authors, and when I notified her in her form that I had 3 people that were recently granted TPOs, she DM'd me to ask me, have they been served yet? Also stating to me, one of the 3 was a volunteer for that actual event. I advised that they didn't live in my same state, so they had not been served. Also to warn, none of the 3 were good people. In a reply email, I said that I was not in agreement with her forcibly removing me or asking me to cancel my appearance, which I have been promoting for months. I was also a sponsor and in the anthology for the event, reminding her that the event is for readers to meet authors, not a volunteer that has a TPO against them for defamation and internet bullying, enough that a judge granted that. She then replied back that I am the reason the event would be unsafe, and she has to worry about the other approximately 400 persons in attendance. That she has been running events for 10 years, so she knows she has a safe place for everyone. Then she posted, if you have attended a SaSS event in the past, have you always felt fairly treated and safe while attending? If you had a restraining order, would you tell an event organizer or just hope for the best and keep it a secret? Would you expect them to kick you out of a signing event for telling them? So, before we go any further, let me just say, oh boy. So, we'll leave the legalities of her punitive statements of, accusing people of not being good people or claiming that TPOs exist, but not giving any proof. But we'll get into all those receipts later. Let's just go ahead and hear a bit more from our fable teller, K. Rose. Let's see, what do you have to say? So first, she posts that there are multiple others that delivered hate speech, defamation, and threats of bodily harm or death. These persons are still being investigated further for location to be served. Once obtained, they will also have TPO filed against them. Eventually, this will all be rolled into a civil suit. If you think that internet bullying and harassment goes unpunished and you can get away with free speech as your excuse, you are wrong. This can be constituted as a hate crime because it is racially and politically motivated. I'll come back to that one in a minute. I keep my affiliation to politics and religion private. If you think that means I am pro this or anti that, you are likely wrong. It means that I keep it private. It's none of your business if I'm Buddhist, Catholic, or Jewish, or any other religion. It's none of your business who I affiliate with, what race, color, creed, or nationality is a part of my family or lineage. Again, if you think you know, you're likely wrong. It's none of your business if I voted for anyone or if I didn't vote at all. Stop assuming. Stop spreading lies. Stop being hateful. Then she followed it up with, and she did the hashtags bullying awareness, okay? So everything's being posted out there as I'm being bullied, I'm getting death threats. Remember all this, okay? Then she says, a police report has been filed for all of the death threats, bodily harm threats, and psychological warfare. The detectives I have spoken with and provided evidence to are certain this is a prosecutable case against multiple individuals. For the others who continue to stalk and bully me via my social media, my accounts, you're being added to the open case for investigation as well. Screenshots have been taken. Hey, K-Rose, in case you're getting this, take that as a screenshot. And the detective has assured me that all parties who exhibit bullying by their definition will be included in the prosecution of this case. This is official public notification that you need to cease any further harassment. Now, let me be very clear. These are her words, her claims. But we already have some inconsistencies here. And you would think as an author, somebody who actually writes for a living, they might proofread what they post. Make sure that all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed. But no, not this one. No. So, in what I read to you just a moment ago, she was stating that, one, she claimed that it was racially and politically motivated. I just want to mention, I'm not sure what racial motivation there can be when it's all white people. What do we got? White on white crime? When did that become racial? That's, again, a hook we're trying to use so that we can make ourselves the victim and make others look like they're bullying by hitting hot topics of shit that doesn't exist. Then she says it was politically motivated. Okay, K-Rose. If that's the case, how would anybody know what your affiliations are? Because you state in the very next sentence, I keep my affiliation to politics and religion private. If it's private, then nobody knows what it is. And if nobody knows what it is, then how can they be racially or politically motivated issues with you if they don't know what either of those are with you? Common sense, hun. She also states in this particular strand that she's talking to the police and that the police are telling her that they think she has a strong case. But in the very next post, 2 minutes later, then it's all of a sudden, oh, well, the detective spoken and provided the evidence say it's definitely prosecutable. The detectives have assured me that all parties who exhibit bullying behavior by their definition will be included. I don't see anything there about a judge. But see, in that first post that she put about getting kicked out of SaSS, she does claim that she has these. So, the drama continued. She claims that police reports have been filed. There's an open investigation into the death threats, the bodily harm threats, and the psychological warfare. Additional restraining orders are being threatened to be filed against any individuals once she figures out where they're located. And then she wants to roll the situation into a civil suit. Shocker. Now, this is what's hilarious. I have the screenshots and the evidence. They don't match what she's saying. But she's saying she has screenshots and evidence that will not sit back and be bullied or feel unsafe when she travels. That is the full context of her claims. Now let's look at the response from the event organizer. Actually, no. We are going to go into a little change right here. So when all this blew up, obviously, this author naming other people, she named Amy Marie as she was trying to defame what her event was. And research started to happen.